stay on with me. I'm also now joined on the broadcast by Mr. Stanley, who's the founder of the NGO Odanadi. This is the very NGO where the two minor girls, in fact, had gone to seek protection. Stanley, now that we have learnt that there was so much happening inside the mutt, the seer used to beat the girls allegedly with sticks. He also used to prey upon women devotees, especially from the lower strata of the society. All this is being learnt by CNN News 18.
So this is the first step of consolation given to the survivors of sexual exploitation. That is my response to this in our process, legal process. Though it is very, very delayed, the children had a sense of consolation. Not justice is not delivered yet. There is a long way to go. There is a long way to go. Then everything will come only after long journey and protest. You have protested, we protested, every single civil society person protested in favor of this children and against this injustice. So this is the result, and also POCSO Act is so powerful. No person is above this act. And no person is above our constitution. This is the chance, the judiciary also taken to prove the law is always higher than any person or any power. So we have, good faith on the legal system, and we strongly believe justice will be delivered in favor of the exploited. But my, fear is we are giving unnecessary time to the accused and the associates to hush up the witnesses. We need to follow a great victims witness protection protocol, which is expected by the law. It is expected by the law, and it is not limited to two children. And the two children, they shared very, very horrifying stories of many children. And it has to be proved properly by investigation team, preferably since there is a lot of pressure on the local department. I suggest this should be it should be shifted to neighboring Kerala or Tamil Nadu to have a fair and fearless trial and investigation.
Stanley, do you think because of the arrest under POCSO and so much of time that has been elapsed, because Abba also was mentioning that there is ample tampering of evidence that possibly could have happened, because remember, all this while the seer was within the premises of the mutt. So that is something that has to be keenly looked upon, and now he has been shifted to a government hospital, obviously complaining of discomfort. Do you not think it's very, very convenient?
No, it is already. It would have been already happened, because we have given ample amount of time, already 7 days. So the one high profile person and it seemed to assert everything. That is secondly because in POCSO the statement of the victim is very, very powerful. That is the first important weapon that is there. Anyway, but I am adding all the children are already shifted, and they should be given in the hands of a very, very technically experienced team of psychiatrists and psychosocial analysts.
Absolutely.
And to understand what kind of trauma they have undergone and who are those children. Everything has to be, investigated by child-friendly technical persons, who have done their sexual and sexuality or psychiatry or psychology, something like that. Not by ordinary counselors who will just listen and take down their story. So this should be arranged by the state immediately.
Right.
So that will, because it's a fast track, it's a fast moving investigation, and this should be a part of it.
Abba, I'd like you to come in here. The fact that he had been booked under POCSO, an arrest within 24 hours should have been done, which clearly was not adhered to. After 6 days is when this arrest really happened. And also the section under which he has been booked under POCSO is questionable over here.
So many system lacunas in the system. It is exposed. It is exposed already. So that is why we have the fear. This 7 days gap itself shows that the whole system worked in favor of the accused people. Okay, so but finally, POCSO Act showed its power, and it is also coupled with the SC Atrocity Act. So now the thing started right now. There is a big responsibility on the state to restore the dignity, to restore the dignity of law, and to give a very clean message to the people that no one is above law.
Stanley, it's a very, very crucial day today. The Prime Minister is going to be in the state of Karnataka. It's a very important visit. Right before that visit has this arrest been made. Do you think, there was ample political pressure, of course, but however, the kind of clout that the Lingayat Seer commands, especially for the BJP government in the state, was something that had kept from his arrest from happening for so many days?
See, I have been right from the beginning. I am telling, I don't want to give any color of politics or religion to this issue. This is the clear-cut, crime happened by a person who is in charge of something like Mutt or education or religion. This can happen in any part of the society, any organ of the society, not necessarily by a layman. It can be by the saints. There are records in the history. So people should consider him as an accused of an heinous crime, not a religious person. Not a religious person, because particularly the Lingayat community, it's a very, very progressively, progressive community. And in the 12th century itself, it revolted against all kind of injustice and ill-treatments happened on the downtrodden sections by Guru Basavanna. Right. So no real Lingayat would agree with this ill-treatment. No one will agree with this crime. I know that. I have a strong belief. Okay. So he is just a accused person, and he is also eligible to take legal support. Let him take and let him prove his innocence. That's all.
Right. Stanley, a very important point that you're making. Let the seer prove his innocence. If at all he is not guilty of the charges that have been leveled against him, let him really go ahead and take that law, that root of law, and prove it that he is not guilty of the crimes that he's been accused of. Meanwhile,